इक्वलाइजर आ गया यहाँ पे एलजी पाइपर्स का.
This time he does get it in the bottom corner. Oh yes, Anderson gets the touch.
और ये आ गया, ये आ गई बढ़त. Dominating performance यहाँ पे.
A wonderful flick.
एक से बले तो शानदार गोल.
Wake up, get treated to thrilling hockey action, sleep, repeat. That's been our routine for a while now, and who's complaining? We're back again for more. The first match of the day sees SG Pipers take on the Hyderabad TOOFANS, followed by HILGC up against the Accord Tamil Nadu Dragons. Another day, another doubleheader. Here we are. Hello and welcome. I'm Surbhi Vaid, and alongside me is former Scottish international midfielder Nikki Lloyd. Namaste, Nikki.
Namaste, Surbhi.
Now, two cracking contests coming up for us today, but we've got to talk about that comeback from last night. We have got to talk about Ranchi Royals. They were hoping for their fortunes to turn here in Ranchi at home, and that's exactly what happened for them.
It was an absolute stunner of a match. They were quite quiet for the first three quarters, and then the fourth quarter absolutely exploded, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and we could see that in those celebrations as well, because in the fourth quarter, everything changed for them, and the fans were happy as well, because their home side, Ranchi Royals, secured their first win, and that is what they were hoping for as well.
It was Tom Bone, as we see there. He was completely the catalyst, scoring twice and leading a relentless high press. As I said, saw them net 4 goals in the last 15 minutes. After the equaliser went in, there was just a noticeable change for the team. In the first 3 quarters, they had been quite flat, quite stationary, but as soon as that equaliser went in, the entire team gained so much energy, and they were completely different.
Yeah, you've mentioned about Tom Bone over there now, because he was also captaining the team yesterday, and when the team needed their captain to step up, he did exactly that and delivered.
He did that and more. As a player, you could see he was getting frustrated in the game. He wasn't happy with how his team were performing, but then he was the architect of the comeback. It was his leadership, as we said, that sparked that 4-goal blitz in just 6 minutes, and he bookended the performance by scoring his second in the final minute. His clinical finishing and ability to lead the high press turned a potential third straight loss into a dominant win in the end.
Yeah, and they would be very happy, and you could see those smiles on their faces, especially their captain, who led from the front yesterday. Now, with those 2 goals that he scored yesterday, his overall tally is now 5, which keeps him in the chase for those neon socks, not too far behind from Kane Russell now.
Yep, Kane Russell will definitely be checking over his shoulders now. The fight for those neon socks, the coveted accolade of being the Hero Hockey India League top goal scorer. That's something that all of those players there, they want that. They want to wear those socks.
Yeah, and Kane Russell will be in action again today, and he would like to increase and score more goals so that he keeps his, tally keeping going forward. But also, let's talk about the player of the match from yesterday, Sam Lane. He dictated the tempo. How did he help his team secure that impressive win?
Yeah, so Sam Lane wasn't on the score sheet yesterday, but for me, his tireless work ethic set him apart, and he's the reason he got the player of the match. For me, he was instrumental. He demonstrated that commanding performance in midfield. He looked sharp from the opening whistle. He did have an opportunity to score, and that earned his team a penalty corner. It was his tireless work dictating the tempo of the game, linking up with players in different lines. Yeah, he didn't score, but he did actually set up Tom Bone's goal as well. And for me, He's a complete player. Yes, you see those who score. They're on the team sheet, on the goal sheet. They're the ones that are celebrated most. But it's those who do the behind the scenes, the quieter work. And then you can see from all the replays, he was on the ball so much and so important for his team.
A well-earned player of the match for Sam Lane then. Now, but we've also got to talk about the Tigers. What went wrong for them? Because they were dominating the game for the most part of it, led by a goal. But then in that fourth quarter, conceded 4 goals. What could they have done differently, Nikki?
Yeah, they were doing really well in the first 3 quarters. A little bit frustrated, not keeping possession as much as they would have wanted, kind of giving the ball away. But they had over 60% of possession in the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth quarter, it's almost like they collapsed. There was that equaliser goal, and from then the marking wasn't good enough. They weren't reacting to the whistle, the turnover was higher, and they just kind of fell apart. You could see every decision that didn't go their way, they had something to say about it. And for me, that's not a team united, so they need to really work on their communication and their discipline.
Yeah, and this loss would hurt them a lot now, because on the points table as well, they've dropped from 5th to 6th now. They were the defending champions, lots riding on them. But Ranchi Royals would be happy because they've jumped from the bottom to the 5th now.
Yeah, they will be, and they've got a 0 goal difference. So yes, it's not positive, but it's not negative. They'll be very happy about that. And they're just 2 points behind the TOOFANS, who, as you say, are next playing today. But it's a much happier place to be in that part of the table.
Yeah, and now all the eyes would turn to SG Pipers and Hyderabad TOOFANS, because they will be in action in a very short while, and SG Pipers would want to take inspiration from the Ranchi Royals and turn things around in their favor. They arrive at the stadium full of hope and urgency as they chase their first win of the season. Perhaps Ranchi is where it finally comes. Meanwhile, the Hyderabad TOOFANS will aim to carry their winning momentum into Ranchi. More build-up on the other side of the short break, so stay tuned.
इक्वलाइजर आ गया यहाँ पे एसजी पाइपर्स का.
This time he does get it in the bottom corner. Oh yes, Anderson gets the touch.
और ये आ गया, ये आ गई बड़ा डोमिनेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस यहाँ पे.
A wonderful flick.
एक से भले तो शानदार गोल.
रांची में जब भी खेलते हैं और अलग ही मज़ा आता है, क्योंकि रांची में जो क्राउड होता है, और सबसे बड़ी बात है कि होम क्राउड है हमारा ये. बहुत अच्छा लगता है खेलना और अच्छी मोटिवेशन मिलती है यहाँ से. देखा जाए लास्ट हमने 2 मैच अच्छे खेले हैं, 2-1 और देन 2-0 की लीड के साथ भी खेले थे हैदराबाद के साथ. स्टिल 3-2 लूज किए हैं, पर सिर्फ अच्छा हमारा अगर देखा जाए टीम बॉन्डिंग अच्छी है, और बिल्कुल अभी रांची में आए हैं और जो जो हमने मिस्टेक्स किए हैं उसके ऊपर हमने वर्क किया है, और अभी आने वाले जो मैचेस में हम अच्छा करेंगे.
The Marangom ke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium is shining bright, and in a short while we'll witness SG Pipers up against the Hyderabad TOOFANs. The Pipers are looking for their first win, while the TOOFANs have finally broken through after 2 shootout losses. How do you see this contest unfold?
It's going to be another tight one. Statistically, however, we know anything can happen in Hockey India League. For me, the Pipers, they need to fix their miscommunication, which I think ultimately cost them their last game. For the TOOFANs, they have strength and structure in midfield. If they can dictate the tempo, I can see them having a good result tonight.
Now the SG Pipers would have a lot of pressure on them. 2 मुकाबले खेले हैं, दोनों मुकाबले अब तक हारे और जानते हैं अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो स्टेप अप करना पड़ेगा, मुकाबला जीतना पड़ेगा और उसी की बात कर रहे हैं जर्मनप्रीत और थॉमस. आइए उस पे एक नजर डालते हैं.
We start not in the best way with a lose, but we are improving. I think we are playing much better now. We are trying to work in some details, and yeah, I think in the next game that is really important for us because if we win, we get confidence.
ज़्यादा मैचेस नहीं है, ये नहीं कह सकते कि हमें नेक्स्ट मैच में हम और बेहतर करेंगे. हम मेंटली प्रिपेयर होके जाएंगे कि हम आने वाले मैचेस में विन लें और अपने आप को जो पॉइंट टेबल है उसमें ऊपर लेके जाएंगे.
The fans are playing zonal, and they are doing well. They have really good players, so it will be a challenge for us to try to break the lines and the structure of them.
हम अभी फील्ड गोल पे काफ़ी फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हमारे जितने से ज़्यादा फील्ड गोल निकले और हमारे पास पीसी अटैक के भी अच्छे हैं, तो हम दोनों चीज़ों के एक साथ लेके चलेंगे. टीम काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है और आई थिंक हम मैच बाय मैच इम्प्रूव करें और आगे आने वाले मैचेस में और इम्प्रूव करेंगे.
Both the players know that this game is very important for them. They need to step up and they need to do it now, Nikki.
They really do. I mean, you don't have the luxury of being able to grow into a tournament when it's set up like this. You have to hit the ground running. And that's great because it can give you the pressure that you need, but then also if you're losing or the game isn't going as you wish, then it can make players play really poorly, make silly mistakes that they wouldn't normally do. But for us, it creates exciting hockey.
It does. Now yesterday we saw Tom Bone step up as a captain. क्या आज जर्मनप्रीत भी वो कर पाएंगे क्योंकि जानते हैं कि आज ये जीत बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है उनकी टीम के लिए, तो किस तरीके से वो अप्रोच करने वाले हैं इस गेम को, आइए उन्हीं से जानते हैं.
जर्मन 2 ही दिन पहले आप यहाँ पे मौजूद थे, आपने देखा महिला की टीम कैसे खिताब भी जीती, तो ये बताइए वो एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था और उससे कितना इंस्पायर्ड हुई है आपकी टीम?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो मैं गर्ल्स को कंग्रेचुलेशन बोलूँगा क्योंकि काफ़ी बड़ा स्टेप लिया है. लास्ट सीज़न में 4th आए थे, इस बार चैम्पियन बना, ये काफ़ी अच्छी बात है और काफ़ी इंस्पायर हुए हैं और काफ़ी प्लेयर्स मोटिवेट हुए हैं क्योंकि एक जब हम विन करते हैं किसी इवेंट को तो उसमें जो पॉजिटिविटी आती है वो आनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो हम यही अभी आस करते हैं टीम से और हम यही कोशिश करेंगे जो आने वाले मैचेस हैं हम उसमें अच्छा परफॉर्म करें और बेहतर हॉकी खेल के बाहर आएँ.
ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सो मच.
German over there spoke about the women's team and their incredible turnaround. They don't need to look anywhere else for motivation, Nikki, do they?
They really don't. The SG Pipers women's team were the most consistent of this tournament, that side. And think about what they were like last season. They didn't do well. They were bottom. So for the men, yeah, I completely agree. The motivation is there. You can turn around. You can believe, as the SG Pipers women did. I'm sure the men can follow suit.
Yeah, and we know that anything is possible in HIL. Now, we also spoke to Amandeep Lakra, जो कि तूफान्स के स्टार डिफेंडर है और उनके टॉप स्कोरर भी. उनसे जानने की कोशिश की हमने कि वो किस तरह से इस गेम को देख रहे हैं. आइए उस पे एक नज़र डालते हैं.
अमनदीप, आपका पर्सनल फॉर्म काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है, तो कितने खुश हैं अब तक के सीज़न से और क्या हासिल करना चाहते हैं?
मुझे यही खुशी है कि मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रहा है, तो मैं उसी को मैं ज़्यादातर अवेलेबल करने की मैं टीम को कॉन्फिडेंट लेके आने के लिए मैं ज़्यादातर खुश हूँ और मैं यही चाहता हूँ कि मुझे ऐसे जैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रहा है मैं आगे भी ऐसे मैं कोशिश करूँ कि अपना जो गोल स्कोरिंग निकल रहा है मैं उसी पर ज़्यादातर फोकस रहूँ.
ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द गेम.
थैंक यू सर.
He's grateful for the opportunity, and from what we've seen, he's making the most of it, Nikki.
He really is. All right, just being told to watch out for bouncing balls. You can hear and you can see the balls are flying around at a great pace. But yeah, for me, He is in peak form, and that's exactly what you want coming into a tournament. It exudes confidence, and you can see on the pitch he wants the ball, and his players want to provide that for him.
And he's a young lad as well, and that is all we want to see. Young players stepping up and delivering, and that is exactly what Amandeep is doing.
It really is, and it's important for the young players to have that confidence. Normally we speak about looking for the experienced players to lead by example, but the young players can do it just as well.
Yeah, they can. Now, your experience so far now, because you've been giving predictions for a while now. So let's see whether your predictions go right today or not. Let's start with the first one. Who do you think is winning this competition?
It's going to be a tight one, but like you say, we never know in HIL because it's so volatile. Everything can change from one quarter to the next. For me, I think the TOOFANS are just going to edge out the Pipers. It's going to be a midfield battle, but I think they're better at closing out the game.
Okay, so you're supporting the TOOFANS then, aren't you?
Tonight I am, yes.
Okay, well, let's see whether Nikki's predictions go right or not. But we know that the SG Pipers are searching their first win. Will they walk away victorious, or will the Hyderabad TOOFANS notch their second win? The answers come up after this break.
इक्वलाइजर आ गया यहाँ पे एसजी पाइपर्स का.
This time he does get it in the bottom corner. Oh yes, Anderson gets the touch.
और ये आ गया, ये आ गई बड़ा डोमिनेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस यहाँ पे.
The wonderful flick.
एक से बल एक गोल, शानदार गोल.
We start not in the best way with the lose, but we are improving. I think we are playing much better now. We are trying to work in some details, and yeah, I think in the next game that is really important for us, because if we win, we get confidence.
ज़्यादा मैचेस नहीं है, ये नहीं कह सकते कि हमें नेक्स्ट मैच में हम और बेहतर करेंगे. हम मेंटली प्रिपेयर होके जाएंगे कि हम आने वाले मैचेस में विन लें और अपने आप को जो पॉइंट टेबल है उसमें ऊपर लेके जाएंगे.
The fans are playing zonal, and they are doing well. They have really good players, so will be a challenge for us to try to break the lines and the structure of them.
हम अभी फील्ड गोल पे काफ़ी फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हमारे जितने से ज़्यादा फील्ड गोल निकले, और हमारे पास पीसी अटैक के भी अच्छे हैं, तो हम दोनों चीज़ों के एक साथ लेके चलेंगे. टीम काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है, और आई थिंक हम मैच बाय मैच इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं और आगे आने वाले मैचेस में और इम्प्रूव करेंगे.
A very good evening from the Marangomki Jaipal Singh Stadium in Ranchi. It is time for match 13 of the Hero Hockey India League 2026. And the match will see the SG Pipers taking on the Hyderabad TOOFANs. Both of them involved in a shootout in their last matches, and both of them not being able to pick up the bonus point, so plenty to play for today. Take a look at the weather. Well, it's a chilly 19 degrees. Not sure there's very much humidity. 37 sounds about right, unnoticeable, and a slight breeze of 13 kilometers per hour. You'll just see the flags fluttering on the far side of the ground. Not a really strong wind. There's going to be several players that are going to have to step up. Furlong, will he get a chance from the penalty corners, or will they stick with Rupinder Pal? Certainly Flick with plenty of power the other day, and he'll be looking to try and do the same again tonight. The TOOFANs, well, again, they were expecting, I think, to be in a stronger position, but with 3 more games after this one, they'll be looking to start their run like they had last year in 2024-2025 into the finals. So we're going to take a look, I think, at the points table just to see where everyone's standing coming into today's game. The TOOFANs currently sitting in 4th place, and of course a win to them today would see them go up to top of the table, although HILGC and Dragons still have to play today, whereas a win to the Pipers would see them jump to 5th position. Well, we're going to go pitch side now for the toss of the coin.
Well, it's toss time here in Ranchi. SG Pipers up against the Hyderabad TOOFANs. I'm joined by both the captains here at the center, Sumit Walmiki and Jarmanpreet Singh, along with the on-field umpires, R.V. Raghuprasad and Koon Van Bunji. They've got the coin, so let's get the toss underway. Jarman, toss जीत लिया है, क्या करना पसंद करेंगे?
I will start the ball.
So SG Pipers have won the toss and they've decided to start the play.
Well, we're seeing a trend, aren't we? Whoever's nearest the trophy seems to win the toss every time, and then they choose to start with the ball. Well, we're going to hear now from the coaches of both sides, and first it will be the coach of the SG Pipers, Tim Udendala.
Coach, bottom of the table, but still 5 games to go, so you've got to believe that a positive performance and a good result here can still spur things on.
Yeah, of course. We just played 2 matches. I think we played very well the second game, better than the first. So I hope we're going up, and if we win now, then we're from 8th, I think 5th. So, and we're good to go.
Any one area where you think this match could be decided?
I think if we manage their counters and our PCD, then I believe we have 3 points today.
All the best. Have a good game.
Thanks.
Pasha, runners-up last year, so far slightly indifferent start. So what is it, one thing that you want to do better in this leg?
I think we need to convert our chances a little bit better, but I think it's also about the phase before. I feel like in the dominant phases, we are getting in their circle, but the chances are just not big enough. And at the same time, opponents come in our circle a lot less, but they get quite big opportunities out of it. So it's about those decisive moments. But we want to present ourselves like a team, be one strong block, and fully go for the win again today.
Have a good game.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Interesting thoughts from both coaches there. Kane Russell still leading the leading goal scorer chance at the moment, but those 2 goals from Tom Bone last night see him move into 2nd place. Alexander Hendricks also moving up into third place, yep. And Amandeep Lakra, well, he's playing now along with Thomas Domine. Can they improve on their tallies and threaten Kane Russell? Good to see the TOOFANs have been handing out their flags again, as they do, to get the locals on side, as we see the umpires making their way out. Koon Van Bunga from the Netherlands and Raghu Prasad from India. And I can tell you our video umpire for tonight is Deepak Joshi of India. So now we just wait for the players to emerge from underneath the main stand. And slowly making their way out, Sumit and Jarmanpreet having a little joke together. And now they decide in synchronization to run out together. Just a quick glance at the other and say, shall we go? And they nod and off they go. And the rest of the players follow. There's the magnificent trophy. the Hero Hockey India League trophy. It is a magnificent trophy to win. It's pretty heavy too as well. So Sumit looking very relaxed, the captain of the TOOFANS. And as the players, the final ones, get in position, we will be quiet so that you can hear the announcement of all the players for the crowd.
TOOFANS. Jersey number 17, team captain Sumit. 1, Bikramjit Singh. 4, Amandeep Lakra. 7, Zachary Wallace. 8, Mukul Sharma. 10, Arshdeep Singh. 15, Sundaram Singh Rajawat. 16, Nick Woods. 18, Neelakanta Sharma. 20, Talvinder Singh. 22, Jacob Anderson. 23, Arthur Desluer. 25, Mitchell Sudhoff. 27, Rohit Singh Iringbaum. 29, Tim Brandt. 30, Rahim Akib. 74, Jean-Paul Danburg. 78, Rajinder Singh. 92, Sunil Walmiki. 99, Shilanand Lakra. Introducing the team, SG PIPERS. Jersey number 4, team captain, Jarmanpreet Singh. 1, Thomas Santiago. 2, Kingston Singh. 3, Rupinder Pal. 5, Bram Van Batum. 6, Jacob Draper. 9, Roman Dwekot. 10, Thomas Domain. 12, Saurabh Anand Kushwaha. 13, Aditya Lalge. 15, Ankit Pal. 16, Pavan. 17, Varun Kumar. 18, Gareth Furlong. 20, K. Willett. 21, Shamsher Singh. 22, Dilraj Singh. 23, Rohit. 25, Rajkumar Pal. 49, Manjit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome.
Well, now the dignitaries making their way forward, and I can tell you tonight we have Mr. Kumar Rajat, IAS, Sub-Divisional Officer of Ranchi, and Mr. Bablu Kumar, Treasurer of Jharkhand State Wrestling Association, and Mr. Bijay Shankar Singh, General Secretary of Hockey Jharkhand. And they're being accompanied by Mr. B.N. Bhushan, Director of Hockey India. And they will make their way down the line, introducing themselves to all the players, which gives me a chance to introduce myself. And I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action of match 13 with you. And alongside me in commentary is former Scottish international Nikki Lloyd. Welcome.
Thanks very much. Yeah, this game, I feel there's so much riding on it. Whoever going to win it, as I said in my pre-match interview, it's going to be a midfield battle, end to end. And you hope, for the sake of the fans, lots of goals.
Absolutely. And of course, as you said, so much riding on it, because we are beginning to see a group of 4 at the moment getting away at the top. If the TOOFANS win, that buffer again will go a little bit further, and it may mean that some of the teams are really running out of a chance to crash into the top 4 and have any hope of playing in the gold medal match. Well, the dignitaries take up their positions now, and then we will pause for the national anthem of India.
आप सभी से गुजारिश है, कृपया भारत के राष्ट्रीय गान के लिए खड़े हो जाए और साथ गाएं।
While some young girls there a little bit embarrassed to be seen on the big screen singing the national anthem. Nothing wrong with that, being a little bit shy. Well, the players going through the final high fives as they do every game. They're clearly supporting the TOOFANS, that group of young men. And we will turn our attention now to the team lineups for tonight. And starting under the bar will be Thomas Santiago. The defensive middle of defence for the Pipers will be crucial. Ram van Batum and Varun Kumar. Rohit, I'm sure, will move across into that space, whereas Jarmanpreet will be looking to attack on the flank. Kai Willett, Jacob Draper and Shamsher will be crucial in the midfield, not just defensively, but also in attack. And Thomas Domine, one of the most lively players in the league. Look out for him. Dilraj will be looking to get amongst the action, as will Raj Kumar Pal. Look out for Rupinder Pal coming off the bench, and also Aditya Lalge, who's been really good so far in the tournament.
Fucking ruthless, okay?
And we apologise for that language there. If you just caught a little expletive there, we do apologise.
Now for the Hyderabad TOOFANS, they will set up 4-3-3. Jean-Paul Dannenberg in the defensive position that he is well known for. Devinder Sunal and Arthur Tsluva, Amadi Lakra and Sumit the captain in the back four. Zach Wallace, Sharma and Mikhail Shrutov in the midfield. Arshdeep Singh, Tim Brand and Talvinder Singh make up that dynamic front three. Jacob Anderson, Nick Woods and Rajinder Singh, players that you want to see will make an impact when they come on the pitch.
And there is the coach, Tim Udendala, of the SG Pipers. And he'll be hoping that they can get their first win. He was a little disappointed with the way the shootout went the other night. Pasha Khadaman, well, he'll be looking to get back to winning ways, because they haven't lost in normal time yet, the TOOFANS, but they've only had the one victory so far.
Righty, get ready for the countdown.
And here comes the countdown clock, and then we can get proceedings
10,
underway.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
And Dilraj gets us underway, plays it back to Jacob Draper. Kai Willett gives it straight back to Draper. Shamsher pulled wide for the Pipers. Draper still has that option, and it does come to Shamsher. Shamsher a little bit quiet, I think, in those opening games. Normally has plenty to say in the midfield, but hopefully he can step up tonight, and we do see a little bit more from him. Stolen away by Tim Brand with Strutov. Brand held up at the edge of the circle, goes back to Mikhail Strutov. Good to see him back out there after missing the last game, and I believe that they worked him hard at training, so we may not see him throughout the match, but they just want to get him out there. Same too with Jean-Paul Dannenberg, who missed the last two games for the TOOFANS. And unfortunately they're off the stick of Talvinder, and over the side it goes.
We have seen this a little bit in the game. It's a bouncier pitch at Ranchi. Sometimes that first touch, if you don't manage to control it, you lose possession for your team.
Certainly, I have heard a few of the players having a little complaint about the pitch, and just saying that it does change the way they have to try and play. It also means some of those flat stick traps don't come off. Dilraj trying to turn inside the circle. He did get to the baseline. Now he's looking for a foot, and he has won a penalty corner for the Pipers.
This all started from an aerial takedown. Beautiful skill, turning around Dilraj Singh there. And you can see he's not panicking, he's not rushing. He's on the baseline, eyes up hockey, and he just finds the foot very easily there of Devinder Sunal.
Well, 2 from 13 have been the conversion rate for the Pipers, 15%, and 3 from 19 the TOOFANS have conceded in the tournament so far. So their defence has been pretty good from a lot of penalty corners. Thomas Domine lines up at the first back tree. Varun Kumar comes forward for the second, rather late, so I think it will be Domine. And it is indeed. He flicks hard, good save by Dannenberg. Ricochet is a good one though, it's still alive and played in that time. by the Pipers. Up it went. Bram van Batten gets another penalty corner.
You called that right. Newcastle injection. Solid trap. Dominic coming onto it, but it's a central strike from him with his flick, and that was an easy save.
So Domine again. Varankumar at the second battery. They go to Domine again. Solid flick this time. Good running by Brand. Ricochets to Varankumar. Kumar held up edge of the circle, trying to keep it alive for the Pipers. Good block again, edge of the circle. Brilliant defence in the end from Devinder Valmiki. Although he's taken it over the baseline and been penalised for playing it deliberately over the baseline.
This was the previous option. That's really good running, like you say, from Tim Brand. You can see Domine is trying to utilise that space on the right-hand side.
So Domine again at the first battery. They go to him once again. Flicks, Dannenberg staves and kept it down really well. Just got his mitt there and made sure the ball went into the ground. And quickly playing on. Kai Willett plays it back into the defensive line. Rohit squares it. And Van Batten back to Rohit again. And now Shamsher, chance to take on Wallace. Van Batten down the right-hand side. Varankumar, little flick over the top again, finds Jarmanpreet. Jarmanpreet looking to cut infield, wins a free hit for the side. Jarmanpreet again to the baseline. Good tackle coming in. That was a really well-timed tackle coming from Sumit.
The SG Pipers have had really good circle penetrations, winning the penalty corners, but the delivery, the execution from Domine there. Yes, Dannenberg, he controls that really well, but he's not been tested.
So now the TOOFANS trying to go on the first attack. It's gone all the way through to Anderson. Just the keeper to beat. Really well. He hit it pretty much straight at the keeper that time, and it was a good save from Santiago.
Just wait, just wait. Zach, are you going? Just wait.
So Wallace has picked up a blow and gone off.
Yeah, this from Anderson here. You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to almost lob Santiago, but Santiago comes out, closes down those angles, and the same there. It's just a little bit disappointing from Anderson.
Oh, and that was a painful blow on the heel, probably around the Achilles heel. Shilanan Lakra tried to get past Rupinder Pal. He's won a free hit. Anderson shaped as if he was going to take it, but leaves it for Strutov. Back to De Sluva. Into the circle it goes for the TOOFANS. Trying to turn. Good defence again by the Pipers, and over the side it goes.
We knew this was going to be a battle between these two teams. They both desperately need this win. That was the slightly ugly tackle that got the free hit.
So De Sluva gave it to Kostrutov. Nick Woods now available in the defensive line. Doing far more defensive duties this year than we saw last year, with Gonzalo Payet unavailable. So a great break now by Sumit down the left-hand side. Good feed into the bottom corner. Trying to turn was Rohit. He's advancing towards the circle. Gets another free hit for the TOOFANS. And thrown wide to the far side. Brought down by Domine. Came back, intercepted well, as Mukul Sharma was waiting under the ball. That's well, it was a well-intentioned pass, but a little bit too far ahead of Roman Duvakot.
The TOOFANS will have their possession back to them. We just look to the technical bench. We've got Javali, Sangarde, Malik and Rawat there, and obviously, as you said previously, the video umpire Deepak Joshi.
Duvakot now bursting forward. And it's the Pipers trying to get it into the circle. Lovely intercept again from Rajawat. Rupinder Pal. Furlong now. Short pass from him, but gets it back. Rupinder. Manmeet. Anderson going with him. Good work by Jacob Anderson, forcing him back. Now it's Draper. And good work again by Rohit, just blocking the pass down the line from Furlong.
So good from Rohit there. You can see the TOOFANs, they're putting pressure on the ball carrier. They're working so hard in defence.
Good overhead pass again to Jarmanpreet, wide on the right-hand side. Pipers again trying to find a way in along the baseline. Good stick skills. They've won a long corner. It seems to me that the TOOFANs have got that little corridor well marshalled at the moment. Into the circle it comes, trying to clear the danger. It's a penalty, Shauna, for a back stick.
Yeah, Prashad, they're very quick to give the decision, just making sure all the players are okay, but that's, yeah, an easy call when you're in the correct position for a penalty corner.
So 4th penalty corner of the first quarter for the SG Pipers. They're in a huddle. Got 15 seconds to get bound to the baseline. Jacob Draper peels away with the ball. Thomas Domine lining up. Rupinder Powell, well, he was forward, but is not going to be flicking by the looks of things. Furlong has stepped into the second battery alongside Domine. Shift to the left, it comes to Furlong. Furlong flicks. Another good save by Danneberg down to his right-hand side. Domine takes the long corner quickly.
Yeah, shift at the top, Farcastle, Furlong coming onto it. That's an exceptional right foot from Dannenberg.
And once again, corner was taken quickly, played out down the left-hand side and into the circle it goes, cleared as far as Draper. In it goes once again, that time lifted off the stick of Akib. Probably a little bit lucky not to, and in fact the penalty corner has been awarded after the two umpires confer.
Great communication there from both umpires. It was fine as the ball was swept in. As you can see, that's a sloppy clearance, but this ball swept in. The player having to take immediate action. Players confirming, umpires confirming, and short corner given.
So penalty corner number 5 now for the SG Pipers, and I'm sure Tim Udendala will be wanting them to get one of these in just to ease the pressure. So Domine lines up once more at the first battery, just rocking his stick back and forth on the turf. Furlong will be at the second. The Welshman gets into position. They go to Domine again, and this time he does beat Danneberg, and the Pipers have taken the lead. A really good low flick to the keeper's left-hand side, and the SG Pipers have the lead.
It took them quite a while. That was their 5th short corner, but Draper, you can see, injecting near Castle. It's a bobbly trap, but Domine putting the ball between Dannenberg and De Sluver there. Pinpoint accuracy and a 1-0 lead for his team.
Thomas Domine, another one from Cordoba in Argentina. When he was in the under-21s, he played 18 games for the under-21 Argentinian team, scored 21 goals, so clearly showed early on that he was a goal scorer. And he's done brilliantly for the SG Pipers, not just this year, but also last year. So TOOFANs again find themselves behind. They have been the come-from-behind team. Comes out to Woods. He's not trapped that perfectly, but did very well to get there ahead of Dilraj. Got it under control, feeds it now to Devinder Valmiki. Into the circle, and so nearly a touch from Arshdeep.
Yeah, this ball here is absolutely smashed across, and you've got the players diving in. Oh, that should have been an equaliser.
Arshdeep at the front post, Brand at the second. Rupinder Powell keeps it low. Lovely turn by Willett, but he's lost the ball in the pirouette that he did. Woods again. Brand just plays it back. TOOFANs looking to retain possession. Comes out wide to Devinder Valmiki once more. Down the line he goes. Talvinder deflecting that forward, looking for the run of Arshdeep. Arshdeep came out. He's got a free hit for a slight shove in the back. Rajinder comes back to Devinder. Oh, Nick Woods again, slight little bobble in front of him. Danneberg helps him out. Pasha Khadaman watching on from the side. Must be wondering why they can't seem to start better in games. They just go behind every game so far.
It's interesting though, because their outletting structure is really strong. They've got a narrow back to wide back line as well, and they're just able to rotate higher up the pitch, but they cannot convert in the opening minutes.
Devinder Valmiki forced out of the 25-metre area, turns to go back in there. Now it's Arshdeep. He just tucks inside, looking for a free hit, eventually wins it. The whistle came a little bit later than he was hoping, I think. So Devinder Valmiki over the ball. Short pass goes to Nilakanta Sharma. Nilakanta trying to get through a gap, but Kai Willett stole it and won the free hit. Well played by the Pipers.
Yeah, I was just saying that fans, their wide halfbacks are able to get the ball higher up the pitch, but then they isolate themselves in the corners. They don't have those easy passing options.
So again, it's the TOOFANS on the attack. Missed that time by Wallace. I think he jumped out of the way because there was a touch off the Piper's stick just in front of him and thought it would be a better position to attack from on the flank, but that is not going to help when you play it straight to the opposition. Trying to burst through the middle, really strong running from Lage. And now played in, lovely pass to Lage again, but it will be another penalty corner. Dominate the provider that time, feeding it into Lage. And a green card going to one of the TOOFANS.
TOOFANS there just brought that pressure on themselves. They didn't need to do that. It was a terrible pass, and then when you've got a player like Domine who is in phenomenal form passing to Adita as well, there's only going to be a positive outcome for the Pipers.
Lage started that run and very nearly finished it off. It's Amandeep who got the card, so once again penalty corner number 6 for the Pipers. Domine and Furlong line up. They go to Domine again at the first battery. It wasn't a great trap, and the best they've got is a long corner, which the Pipers don't seem to be in any hurry to take, actually. No one wanting the ball. Now it's Draper who decides to take it. Goes back to Rampambattan. Comes wide onto the left to Rohit. Down the line, into the corner. Had to be played back out to Kai Willett. Willett back into the defensive line again. Van Batten to Varun Kumar. Kumar to Jarmanpreet. Just had to reach and then lifted that, and it went over the sideline.
Yeah, this was the PC. It wasn't a cushion trap, and when the ball then rebounds off, Domine has to change his footwork, and he's not able to get the drag flick he wanted away.
So Mukul Sharma playing it back to De Sluva. Wide again to Mukul Sharma, feeding it to Zach Wallace, but it was behind Wallace as he wanted it in front of him to run onto it. So a really misdirected pass that time by Sharma.
The TOOFANS, we've said, their outletting structure, when they go from the back to the midfield, is strong. Their defensive work rate is really high, but they just have that disconnect when they hit the forward line.
And Jarmanpreet again having to stretch, and well, I think the umpire said it just rolled and caught the back of his stick. Zach Wallace closed down quickly by Kai Willett. Willett has done very well, but is going to be penalised. There was an obstruction by Willett as the ball was being taken away by Rajkumar Pal.
Willett there doing really well in the first instance, but yeah, completely obstructing Wallace.
Rajkumar Pal, I think, a little disappointed he didn't get the chance to just head off. Now it's Nilakanta Sharma over the 25. Rajkumar Pal comes back to close him down. Nilakanta goes back to Rajinder. De Sluva across the field of play to Sumit. So they're back to their full quota now, the TOOFANS. Nilakanta Back to Woods, patient build-up by the TOOFANS. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Can they find an equaliser? Fed forward to Zach Wallace, looking to feed it back to Mukul Sharma, but again the pass under hit. It's going to be, though, TOOFANS ball. Domine that time. Penalised. Mukul Sharma on the ball. De Sluva. Nilakanta is available in that pocket. Thought about it, changed his mind, goes back to Sumit. Sumit again to De Sluva. Little shimmy from him. Did well, but he's played it into nobody.
After this first quarter, I think the TOOFANS will need to just make sure they've got their communication and they know where they want to give the pass to. The forwards are holding that inside channel. They don't get the ball.
Well, they took too long with the free hit there. Tim Brand into the circle. Good recovery by Bram van Batten, but in the end it's a save by Santiago. Long corner taken very quickly. Strutov into the circle he goes. Strutov. Santiago comes out. Good, clean tackle by him. Saw him take the ball.
Free hit turnovers for them taking too long. Tim Brand here, he had countless opportunities to shoot, but he just seemed to stutter and take too long. Great save though by Santiago.
And another save as Strutov came bearing in on goal. So Thomas Santiago doing well at the moment. Had a spell playing in the UK for Havant Hockey Club down in Southampton. Over the side it goes that time, off the stick of Ankit Pal. Rajinder plays it down and Arshdeep came out, but then a collision between him and his teammate. And now brought down in the midfield, trying to turn was Roman Duvakot. It's won a free hit for the Pipers.
Yeah, miscommunication is just what's stopping the TOOFANS from any positive outletting.
Well, Domine not happy, and I actually think he has a point. He was stationary underneath the ball, and it was the TOOFANS defender walking into that space. Well, he wasn't stationary when it was thrown, was he? I suppose that will be the argument. When I turned my eyes to him, he was stationary. But that is the hooter and the end of the first quarter, and I'm sure the Pipers and their fans will be very happy with the way it's gone. The TOOFANS, well, it's history repeating. As we go into the first break, it is Hyderabad TOOFANS 0, SG Pipers 1. The Pipers all in a huddle, as you would expect, as we look at the highlights, and this was the Pipers straight away coming on the attack and winning a penalty corner courtesy of Dilraj. Domine denied by Danneberg, and then again this was another penalty corner won by them. This time they went to Furlong, and it was a good block again by the big keeper for the TOOFANS. Another penalty corner, and eventually Thomas Domine got the goal the Pipers were searching for. Got it between the postman and the keeper. And the celebrations that we haven't seen too many of from the Pipers got under the way. And that was a great ball in, but unfortunately for the TOOFANS, no one on the end of it. Another penalty corner and a missed trap this time. Domine, it was very difficult for him to get anything on target. Strutov then made a run inside the circle, but Danneberg off his line quickly. Great save. And then Brand trying to have a shot there, but again denied by Danneberg. And I think that's the same run we saw just before. So the players making their way back out for the second quarter. And I can tell you Bikramji is under the bar for the TOOFANS. Pawan is under the bar for the Pipers. So both teams rotating the goalkeepers in the second quarter. Will it make a difference? So the Pipers about to get us underway. Push back again, goes to Draper, and he gives it straight to Kai Willett. Varun Kumar to Jarmanpreet. Janmanpreet, two players closing him down on that flank, not allowing him to progress up the sideline. Good pass infield, found Willett. Willett turned well, but Zach Wallace steals it back for the TOOFANS. Now a chance for them to go forward. Brand, nice early pass, but good covering defence from Van Bratten.
TOOFANS defending well with the ball, winning it back, trying to go on the attack, but they're not committing numbers. And when they want to offer the player on the ball a passing option, it's at one speed and it's easily cut out.
Amandeep Lakra now. How we'd love a penalty corner to be won by the forwards. Arshdeep, he's done well to get that ball back under control, doubles back. Good work by Arshdeep, and he's done very well. He had Rohit going one way, then the other, Arshdeep.
He did beautiful skill there, but Janmanpreet able just to take the time. It's easier to isolate a player if they're in the corner because you can use the baseline and the sideline almost as an extra defender.
Arshdeep, a product of the Malwa Hockey Academy in Ludhiana before joining the Round Glass Punjab Hockey Academy. Nilakanta Sharma now, short pass by him, but there's just a movement just before the ball was played. And that is why he didn't find his man, and then coming across Amandeep Lakra, but over the side it goes. Dubakot was been doing a fair amount of running, but he hasn't seen a lot of the ball for the Pipers tonight. Short pass by De Sluva. Strutov gives it straight back to him. Now it comes wide onto the right to Amandeep. Suddenly seems to have got a little bit darker inside the stadium. I'm not sure why that is. Amandeep. Could be something to do with the LED signage.
Yeah, the TOOFANS here, you can see they're putting through a rotation, moving their centre-back into midfield, but they're not actually gaining any ground. The Pipers able just to hold structure and shape and a zonal press against them. They aren't fussed about who's rotating, who's moving. They're holding their positions.
Arshdeep plays it in from the side. Again, it was good covering defence. Now it's Anderson trying to find a way into the circle along the baseline. He's got the pass to Talvinder. Good save again. Santiago off his line really quickly. You could hear him coming from the... Oh, sorry, it's Pawan, wasn't it? Good squeak of the pads as Pawan came forward. Into the circle they come. Brilliant run, and there's a stick check there claiming... Are they going to refer this one or not? It's a long corner. It's too late now. It's been taken by De Sluva. De Sluva plays it into the circle, but not, again, able to find a teammate. And so carried out by the Pipers. Looking for the fast counter-attack. Good work again in the midfield from Domine. Well, here is the play down the baseline, and again, Domine, as Talvinder was trying to play it in front of goal. It was good work by Pawan. Mukul Sharma cuts infield this time. Nice ball to Shilanand Lakra. Left it behind for a second. Shilanand fires it in. That's deflected straight into Pawan. Good save again by the Pipers goalkeeper. And it's stolen once more, this time by Akib. Akib under pressure out wide on the left-hand side. Changes direction well, goes towards the baseline. Back it comes, still trying to find a way into the circle. They've had to go all the way back into the defensive line, kept in play by Sumit. Quarterback going back to Amandeep, just going to calm things down. Pipers drop off.
What's interesting is the TOOFANS have had more circle entries than the SG Pipers, but I can't really remember more than 2 or 3 proper goal-scoring opportunities for them. It seems that they're getting the ball in the areas, but Pipers just defending solidly.
Sumit lifted that one, but it's gone wide and harmlessly out of play. So here are the couple of saves from Pawan. Shilanand Lakra, good work by him. That was the first one. That'll give Pawan plenty of confidence, just making those couple of sharp saves while he's out there. Man from Hisar in Haryana, lives in Delhi these days. Just over 5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Still the SG Pipers leading 1-0. Free hit goes Davinder Valmiki's way that time. De Sluva, faced with Dominic, has to play it out wide to Davinder Valmiki.
You can see, just look at the free player for the Pipers moving along. He's always in that ball to goal line. If the TOOFANs try and thread a ball through, it's his job to prevent that and intercept.
Played out wide now by Woods. Again, no way through down the left-hand side, so back to Woods it comes. De Sluva will receive now. Dilraj working really hard, running from the right-hand side defensively to the left. Zach Wallace evades the challenge from Dilraj and gets the pass to Rajinder. Rajinder, and unfortunately just, was there a touch? Yes, there was. It's going to be a long corner. It's taken quickly, pushed wide. TOOFANs needed inside the circle, and it goes across the top of it, but nobody there for them, and so then carried out. Draper receiving a good ball from Ankit Pal.
That's what we're speaking about. That was technically a circle entry, but it's a wasted ball. It's a throwaway pass. The TOOFANs are working exceptionally hard to win the ball. They don't have anything to show for it.
Draper put under pressure by Shilanand Lakra, but free hit goes Draper's way. Coming back to try and steal it was Arshdeep. His deflection, though, falls nicely for Duvakot. Now it's Willett. Picks up the loose ball for the Pipers. Gets the return pass. Akib is in close attention. Out wide it goes onto the right-hand side. Pipers shaped to go in, but then Sumit steps out and steals it back for the TOOFANs. Oh, that's a stick check, clearly that time, from Janmanpreet, and he's got 2 minutes on the side.
I don't think Janmanpreet can have any issue there. He's pointing his hand, he's saying a few things, but look at that. Yes, he did marginally get the ball, but he got most of the stick.
Yeah, I don't think there were any complaints there. Lovely run again by Strutov. Good save again by Pawan. Davinder Valmiki that collects the loose ball. They go out onto the left-hand side. Rajinder tries to get it into the circle. Did it again. It's Pawan who blocks at his near post. Nilakanta tries to steal it back and instead concedes a free hit.
Yeah, better from the TOOFANs. That beautiful left to right drag coming through and just clearing it into space. There were so many players in the D, but he managed, Pawan, just to get the ball away from danger.
Ankit Pal on halfway now. Happy to go back to Gareth Furlong. Rupinder Pal helps it out wide. Don't forget the Pipers down to 10 at the moment. Janmanpreet there just getting some refreshment while he sits on his own. Thinks about his transgressions.
That's an interesting point. When you have a card and you're sitting down, you aren't allowed to speak to anyone in your team or have any coach come over to you because they can pass tactics in that place.
I'm sure occasionally I've seen when the water's been given, there has been a message passed on. I don't think it's policed that rigorously, to be honest. So Woods now approaching the final 5 minutes of the first half. TOOFANs, you feel, really need to get something out of this game. They will have 3 more games after this. The Pipers, of course, have come into today. This is their 3rd game. It's the 4th game for the TOOFANs. Davinder Valmiki brings it down, goes back to Woods again. He now lifts it towards the circle, jumping. It's brought down by Brand. Brand battling to get towards goal. Stolen away again by Arshdeep. First penalty corner of the match going for the TOOFANs. They're thinking about referring it, and then I think they've changed their mind.
Really well umpired here. You can see the aerial ball, deflection, play on, Brand on the ball. It's scrappy, that's correct. However, there's a few stick tackles in there, and that's why a penalty corner has been awarded.
Just trying to see if Amandeep is out there. I think he is. Yes, he is. He's lining up at the first battery. So Amandeep Lakra, who we've seen flick with so much power for such a little man. Nick Woods is at the second battery. Pawan gets his troops organised on the baseline inside the goal. They go to Amandeep. It's a poor trap. Wallace, though, gets it under control. Had to just change his footwork as the ball wasn't running the way he would have liked. Comes to Davinder Valmiki. Woods again. That's a nice ricochet for Valmiki. Valmiki into the circle again. Good work by him, winning another penalty corner.
Good response from the TOOFANs. They're disappointing with that trap, but it's this movement, this positioning, and it hits the knee of Buildup there.
33-year-old Davinder Valmiki. He's played in Bangladesh, he's played in the Netherlands, he's played all around the world since he made his debut back in 2009. Have hockey stick will travel, and has been great ambassador for the game. Wins the penalty corner for the TOOFANs. Their second. Amandeep at the first battery. Nick Woods at the second. Talvinder to inject from the baseline. They go to Amandeep. It's trapped this time. And it's a penalty. No, it's not. It's too high, I think. So for a split second, I saw the umpire's arm go up. I thought he'd given a stroke.
Yeah, it's on the knee, so for me it's dangerous. Sorry.
So knee pad is PCD is not dangerous, right?
So for me it's on the knee, so that's up. So therefore, it's free. It's dangerous, yeah. Yeah, Kai, it's for him. It's for him.
Yeah, the injection here coming to the near castle. The trap is fine. Wonderful from Amandeep Blackwood there, but yes, you can see it's hitting Draper, and it's been called as danger because Con van der Bong is saying that it's hit him on the knee, and directly on the knee we're saying is high.
But it's meant to be on the knee when you're standing up. His knee was actually bent, so I think had they referred it, they could have got a penalty corner, but often that can go against you. It's probably why they didn't bother. Zach Wallace, nice turn again by Arshdeep. And again, Pawan makes a good save. Nice turn from Dubakot. Dubakot accelerates down the flank. Mukul Sharma goes with him stride for stride, but Dubakot then eventually got a little bit of space. Ankit Pal. Ankit Pal looking to play it back to Dubakot, but that was cut off, and over the side it goes. Ankit Pal plays on quickly from the sideline. It's a free hit to the Pipers. Comes out to Draper. Draper now plays it back. Manjit to Van Brattam. Rapinder Pal. Ankit Pal gave a little bit too much on that one as it went past Varun Kumar. Anderson plays on.
Here's the shot. It takes a deflection. Oh, like he's been called into action so many times.
So it will be a penalty corner now to the TOOFANs, who went on a brisk attack from the ball from the side while we were in the replay. This was the good ball into Talvinder, and then he found the foot. So it is a third penalty corner for the TOOFANs. Will it be third time lucky? Just under 4 minutes remaining. Amandeep lines up. Rajinder this time is at the second battery. Can Rajinder flick home this time, or will it still go to Amandeep? They go to Amandeep. It's a good trap in the end. Oh! Well, it is going to be another penalty corner. They were going to refer it, but the umpires again conferring and realizing that it should be another penalty corner.
Stop time. Sorry? It's a PC.
Yeah, re-award awarded from this near castle. It's a bobbly trap, but get onto it. Strong #1 running again from Draper. But yeah, a re-award, the correct decision.
Yeah, just caught him that time on the shin guard and then bobbled towards goal. So Talvinder lines up once again. Rajinder is at the second battery. Amandeep, who has attempted every one so far, he's amongst the leading goal scorers. Can he get one now just before half-time? Amandeep gives it to Rajinder. It's still alive. Good save again, Pawan. And this time a stick foul has been given against the TOOFANs and Arthur de Sluva. We've got a Pipers player down injured though. It looks to me like it's Jacob Draper.
A little variation on this one, still a bobbly trap near Castle, slip too far, Draper throwing his body at that, and then a little bit of confusion. Desluva there, you could see him just taking that half second, and that little bit of weight just stopped him from getting any kind of powerful shot away.
I just wonder if Desluva was meant to be the one to take the shot at the top of the circle, because there was a player coming in with the tomahawk, and I think he was surprised by Desluva, and Desluva for that split second, as you said, Nikki, hesitated. There's a slight miscommunication as to what the variation was meant to be. Summit now gets the ball infield, did well on the flank. Rajinder has space on the right-hand side, but was closed down pretty quickly. That was good work again by Shamsha. Rajinder, back to Mukul Sharma. Desluva. And it's Nick Woods again. Down the line now to Summit. Summit goes one way, then the other. Draper impedes him, so it'll be another free hit. Must go the 5 meters. Brand to Summit, back to Brand. Brand trying to turn, gets another free hit. Now he sets off, goes, did he go 5 meters? No, says the umpire.
Tim Brand just trying to bend the rules slightly. Went about 3.5 yards in my book.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think he thought he'd gone further when he changed direction to double back, but he didn't go very far. That's what adrenaline does to you. Shamsha now tries the crossfield ball, but it took I think it just clipped Shilanand Lakra on the way through. Draper throws it up. Rohit's stick went up as a periscope and has taken it over the side. Kai Willett now as we enter the final 2 minutes of the first half. Pipers hanging on to their lead. TOOFANS have been coming back at them though, but they've been resolute defensively.
The TOOFANS in this second quarter, they're up to nearly 60% of possession. And the SG Pipers, they're down to 40. It's a swing of a game.
Kai Willett trying to find a way past Rajinder. He gets a few meters down the sideline, feeds it forward. Raman Duvakot is in the corner. Duvakot, lovely turn by him. Woods had to give chase. Duvakot still going. Look to lay it back, and it's gone in, and it's another goal to the Pipers. Domine with the final touch. And it is 2-0 now to the SG Pipers just before the halftime break.
Yeah, Domine with the goal, but Duvakot, look at this skill running with the ball on the end of his stick. He draws the goalkeeper out, and this tiny little dink back to him, and Domine with his second touch just slots it in.
Well, Domine's skill as well here. Duvakot you mentioned there, Nikki, but if you look, the ball comes to Domine and he has to still beat the defender, and he did really well to get past him there and then just dink it in. So that is just what the Pipers wanted before halftime. Less than a minute and a half to the halftime break, and the coach's expression says it all. Sometimes you don't need words. Now, that is a very, very important stage in the game. Nice turn from Shilanand Lakra, looking to get in around the baseline, but super steal by Rupinder Pal. Turns back the clock. Domine, and dinks it onto the foot of Rajinder.
Those moments of 3D skill, you love to see it in a game. Domine was surrounded by 3 players there, but changing the ball mid-air allowed him to win the possession.
Well, they wanted the free hit. They didn't get the free hit that time. So Thomas Domine. It's both the goals tonight, and here they come once again. Duvakot will receive that, but good covering defence from Woods. Duvakot tries to go to the air again, but Woods just touching it off his stick. Draper takes it really quickly, but I think he took it a little bit too quickly, and the hooter has sounded for the end of the first half and the second quarter. And Raman Duvakot looking a little bit flushed. He's worked really hard in those final few minutes as Thomas Domine just wanting some clarification from Raghu Prasad.
Before he could have taken. The same thing happened over here.
So as the players head in for some light refreshments at half-time, is the Hyderabad TOOFANS 0, SG Pipers 2.
इक्वलाइजर आ गया यहाँ पे एसजी पाइपर्स का.
This time he does get it in the bottom corner. Oh yes, Anderson gets the touch.
और ये आ गया, ये आ गई बड़ा डोमिनेटिंग परफॉर्मेंस यहाँ पे.
A wonderful flick.
एक से भले दो, शानदार गोल.
We start not in the best way with a lose, but we are improving. I think we are playing much better now. We are trying to work in some details. And yeah, I think in the next game that is really important for us, because if we win, we get confidence.
ज़्यादा मैचेस नहीं है, ये नहीं कह सकते कि हमें नेक्स्ट मैच में हम और बेहतर करेंगे. हम मेंटली प्रिपेयर होके जाएंगे कि हम आने वाले मैचेस में विन लें और अपने आप को जो पॉइंट टेबल है उसमें ऊपर लेके जाएंगे.
The fans are playing zonal, and they are doing well. They have really good players. So it will be a challenge for us to try to break the lines and the structure of them.
हम अभी फील्ड गोल पे काफ़ी फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हमारे जितने से ज़्यादा फील्ड गोल निकले, और हमारे पास पीसी अटैक के भी अच्छे हैं, तो हम दोनों चीज़ों के एक साथ लेके चलेंगे. टीम काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है और आई थिंक हम मैच बाय मैच इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं और आगे आने वाले मैचेस में और इम्प्रूव करेंगे.
There is the night sky, but there is the score in this match. The SG Pipers, yet to win a game in 2 editions of the Hero Hockey India League, are leading the Hyderabad TOOFANS by 2-0. Both those goals scored by Thomas Domine. We'll take a look now at the first half highlights. And as much as the TOOFANS have gone on the attack, it was the Pipers who started the attack. Good work by Dilraj, won them a penalty corner, but it was good defensive work, kept to them at bay. And another penalty corner, Thomas Domine again, and that was finally when he broke the deadlock. Just getting it between the goalkeeper, Danneberg, and the postman, Arthur de Sluva. Well, the TOOFANS, they came back searching for an equaliser. That one just missing a player at the front post and the back post. Another penalty corner for the Pipers, but wasn't a great ball in, and it was mistrapped at the top. Tim Brand came forward then, hoping to start something for the TOOFANS. Had a shot, it was a good save by Santiago. And then they came down the right-hand side, and Delvinda Valmiki won a penalty corner. Amandeep, but it was again good work by the first runner. This was Talvinder now. He found the foot, and another penalty corner. Amandeep, well, it was a variation. De Sluiver took it off the stick of Wallace, and then it was good defence again from the Pipers. And here they come. Watch Raman Duvakot here. Turns on the outside, goes past Woods, and then just lays it back to Domine, who beat the defender and pops it in the goal. An absolutely world-class goal from the Pipers. And look at the reaction. They know the 2-goal cushion is so important in this game. 1-0, the TOOFANS will believe they're definitely still in it. 2-0, they'll start to doubt as time starts to ebb in the second half. Now we'll take a look at the stats now, and look at the circle penetrations for the TOOFANS. 8 shots, so Santiago and Pawan doing well to keep them at bay. 6 circle penetrations for the Pipers, 4 shots, but 2 goals. And they've also had 6 penalty corners to the TOOFANS 4. So it is fairly even, although you'd say the TOOFANS are dominating. But the crucial thing is the Pipers have the goals. Well, we're going to go pitch side now to hear from both the coaches. And first we will hear from Tim Udendala, the coach of the Pipers.
Coach, 2 goals in the first half has actually injected a lot of energy into the team. What's the focus for the second half?
The focus of the second half is just retain what we do really good the first quarter. So I hope we do that, and that's what we have to do.
All the best, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, how are you looking to improve the team's attacking connections in the second half?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every territory isn't really strong at this moment. Especially the first quarter, it was just weak. I think we got to work on everything again.
2 more halves to go. Thank you so much.
Well, I think it's 2 quarters to go there, but when we look at the top goal scorers again, Thomas Domine now up to 4 goals and closing in on the leading goal scorer, Kane Russell and Tom Bone. Amandeep Lakra is there, as we said, but hasn't been able to get the ball past Santiago or Pawan so far. So will he get a goal before the end of the match? We'll have to wait and see. But worrying for the TOOFANS, as Pasha Khadaman saying that he's not happy with any of the lines that are playing. But for me, the concern is every single game they are slow starting, so something is not right.
Yeah, and that's what they need to address. You think when teams are in their warm-up, they're going through their processes, they'll have had their brief before the game as well. But something isn't getting them up for this big game hockey that they need to play. But I think when they then get on the pitch, it's those connections. Their outletting is strong. I like their structure, but their connectivity in the final quarter is just non-existent.
Well, as you say, if it happened just 1 game or 2 games, but it's been last season, this season, the same thing is happening. They are very slow out of the box. So I think they've got to change something in their warm-up process, or the way the captain talks to them to fire them up before. We heard the expletives from the Pipers. They were really up for this today, and maybe that's the difference. But the TOOFANS were the first out, and there are some who will say that shows they mean business, but we'll have to wait and see. Santiago talking to his defensive players there, Jarmanpreet and also Bram van Button. Can the TOOFANS come back yet again? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Pipers, though, in really good form at the moment. Danneberg is back on the pitch, as too will be Santiago, as both teams rotate their goalkeepers once again.
Yeah, the Pipers, for me, they've started out this game with confidence, with a clear understanding of what they need to do, and they're playing to win, not just playing not to lose.
And I think they're growing in confidence as well. And that can make such a difference when you're bottom of the ladder and you're not playing well and you've not got any points. But the other night they did play well. They were unlucky in the shootout, and I think that gave them a boost. And also there was a feeling that they were hard done by, which made them just a little bit more steely today. So it will be the TOOFANS to get us underway. Talvinder over the ball. Can the TOOFANS come back from behind once again? Amandeep Lakra goes to De Sluva. Sumit is wide on the left-hand side. De Sluva. Amandeep to Nilakanta, who was impeded there, but no whistle as he kept possession. De Sluva turns away from Domine.
You can see immediately the Pipers have changed their press. They're putting one player slightly higher, then three behind. Draper is moving around as well.
There's a lovely ball forward collected by Tim Brand. Brand looking up, not too many options. Three Pipers players were ahead of him, closing down several options. Wide it comes to Valmiki now. Goes back into the defensive line. Calling for it was Wallace, but we'll go to De Sluva. Sumit pulls wide to give him an option on the left-hand side. Amandeep again being forced back. That's really good work being done by Draper. De Sluva carries over halfway. We haven't seen him carry the ball forward that much so far in the match. Sumit now. Shilanand Lakra wide on the left, just doubling back. Back to Sumit it goes. Lakra makes a run into the circle. Amandeep goes out wide to Devinder Valmiki. Feeds it forward to Zach Wallace. Wallace, oh, a lovely pass back to Valmiki, and nobody on that line again.
Yeah, beautiful pick from Wallace there. And as the ball is threaded through, you can see everyone running towards the goal. A D structure for the TOOFANs. Yes, they've got players, the number of players is correct, but just how they are set up within the D is just not what you need.
There is Iva, and I'm going to try and say his name, Netshuki, who is the assistant coach to Tim Udendala, and he says he is very much his right-hand man, and he goes to him for lots of advice. And you can see his face was a picture of concentration. I do apologise if I mispronounced his surname. I'm sure I did.
It's all good. There are so many different names here, so many different nationalities. I think if you give it a go, and then we'll just see them after the game and double check.
He did say to me it's just Ifa, but I thought I should give his full name, because you never know, someone might be offering him a job. Especially if the Pipers are resurgent and make their way into the top four for the finals after being bottom last year and not winning a single game. Rupinder Pal. Draper squeezes it forward, and nice turn again that time coming from Kumar Pal, but he's lost it now, and it's Brand to Anderson. Anderson a mistrap. Well, he's annoyed with himself there.
It was a good steal, a good counter-attacking play there, but like you say, and when he gets the ball, he's looking up, immediately connects with Anderson. Anderson, missed touch on the bouncing pitch.
Largate was trying to cut him from the right-hand side, but held up, and that's good defence from the TOOFANs. Largate, they're great skills from him. Eventually the free hit goes against Sumit, who looks a little bit surprised at that decision.
Free hit.
Well, I think everybody's a bit surprised.
There's one international player too many on the pitch, so it's a PC.
So TOOFANs again, too many international players on the field of play, so it will be a penalty corner. Only allowed 5 at one time, and somehow they've got that wrong. Well, this will be a killer blow if the Pipers score now.
Yeah, with the rolling substitutions, you can understand how it happens, but it's something that is in the rules. So the managers, those who are, its role is to actually make sure the numbers are correct. They need to be on top of this.
Well, usually they have a rotation put in the dugout, so somebody somewhere's got that wrong. Rupinder Pal has come forward. He is at the second battery. Domine, not surprisingly, is at the first. What a height difference there is between those two men. Rupinder 6'3". Will they go to Domine again, or will they go to Rupinder? They go to Rupinder Pal. Slips it to Domine. Good defence though from the TOOFANS, adjusting well. So the long corner by Draper. Square again to Rupinder Pal, who lifts it high and jumping to try and keep that in play.
Yeah, that was a huge jump, but that ball was skyrocketing. So it goes to the far castle here. Really strong drag. Rupinder Pal then giving the slip to Domine, but the number one runner just shifting their line, then putting a flat stick block tackle down to intercept.
It's Tim Brand. Great run into the circle. Ankit Pal, no, it was Lage rather. Just ran out of space.
Domine here finding Ditter there. His first touch just puts the ball between his feet. Then he's got to try and stutter to regain possession. He's able to do so.
And Lage leaves it this time, and it will be taken by Rajkumar Pal. In fact, he's played it back to Jarmanpreet. Furlong. Out wide it goes this time from Rohit. It'll come back to Rohit once again. Furlong going to close down with Rohit for the TOOFANS. Anderson now puts pressure on. They're forcing them back. And over the sideline it goes. So a chance now for the TOOFANS to attack. De Sluva to Anderson inside the circle. Anderson, well, he was looking for a free hit. He turned his palms upward almost as if he was about to plead with Raghu Prasad, but changed his mind. Strong defence again from Raman Duvakot. Nilakanta drops it back to De Sluva, now with Woods. Nilakanta wanting it back, he's just sitting in that pocket, but they go back to De Sluva. Almost 6 minutes gone in the third quarter. TOOFANS wanting to pull a goal back, give themselves a lifeline to try and get a second equaliser. De Sluva. De Sluva stayed forward. Nick Woods will come square to Sumit. Sumit's going to get closed down. Turns away. Lage did well, but Summit's got the better of him. Lage steals it eventually, though. Second attempt. Cuts infield away from Sumit and away from trouble. Tried to squeeze it through a gap. De Sluva stole it. Now he's found Anderson inside the D. Anderson lays it back, and it was a great effort from Arshdeep, but somehow it stayed out. And it's Rajinder this time. And it will be a long corner.
You can hear the Pipers cheering for their team. They're working so hard to keep the ball out.
Another free hit to the TOOFANS. De Sluva out to Sumit. Back to De Sluva. Forced away from the circle by Draper. Woods a heavy touch, and Willett's looking ready to pounce. Willett, well, he was going one way and then the other. Woods actually recovered very well. Sumit back to Woods again, and Willett will press.
As I spoke about, this change in press from the Pipers, having one player high, it just means there's immediate pressure. And if you don't know if you're going to be stopping a bouncing ball, it puts a little bit of worry in you.
Kai Willett managed to get the ball from the side, and he took it quickly, looking to feed it in.
And this is Anderson getting the ball across here. Wonderful save. Santiago comes across, and then the smart option, just playing the ball back. The drag, it's a long drag, which for me allows the player to just close you down more quickly.
Really good save by Thomas Santiago. Arshdeep, I think, was pretty convinced he was going to score there. Brand now double teamed, loses out. Jarmanpreet helps it up the side, and there's a chance to carry forward for Rajkumar Pal, but he gives it back to Jarmanpreet. And it's the Pipers moving the ball well. Just lost, though, that time by Shamsher. Look at the battle to try and get it back. Dilraj really putting himself about. This quarter seems to have flown by. We're approaching the final 5 minutes, and I'm sure if I'm thinking that, the TOOFANS must be thinking it's gone even quicker.
Yeah, I think it has. I think the skill level in this third quarter has definitely improved significantly. And you can see that just because the TOOFANS, their structure going forward, much better. They've had their short corners, they've had the shots. The Pipers, on the other hand, they've changed their press, they've put more pressure on. It just is bringing another level of excitement to this game.
TOOFANS, they really wanted to go one better this year and make the final and lift the trophy. Pipers, well, their goal was to make the top 4. Tim Brand, umpire's happy. In it goes. Does it catch a foot? No. It's a 16. Oh, no, it's a long corner, in fact. Sure, the umpire put both arms out. I'm glad you agree with me, Nicky, and nod of the head there. Brand again. And it is a penalty corner now to the TOOFANS. A really good chance for them to get an equaliser.
For me, it was a foot. Yeah. Foot. You want to take? No. Thank you.
Yeah, so Furlong, they're just having the discussion, checking with his team what it was given for. It was given for a foot, but you've got the fake shot here, the pass coming in, and they're saying it hit a foot. It's difficult to see when the ball is travelling at such speed and when it's bouncing up in the air.
I think it hits Furlong's foot there. Certainly looked to me as if that was this case. Amandeep lines up again at the first battery. Rajinder is at the second. Slight shift to the left at the first battery. Goes to Rajinder. Oh, what a save that was. I think it was Santiago just by his reaction. And it's the TOOFANS back inside the circle. Rajinder with the ball, bobbling again in front of goal, and they've managed to clear it.
Santiago in the goal, a really strong left foot from him. Far Castle, you can see the power on the shot and then his stance, his weight going forward. That's why the ball trajectory stays low.
Wonderful save by Thomas Santiago, who had the misfortune of being the reserve goalkeeper in Rio when, of course, Argentina won the gold medal. Must be one of those things that's really hard to take. Only one goalkeeper, of course, allowed in the Olympics. Dominate penalised this time. Played in from the side. Kushama feeds it to Rajinder. Rajinder goes on a run. Oh, and that looked like a stick check, and it was. It'll be another penalty corner to the TOOFANS.
TOOFANS have accelerated so well in this third quarter. I don't know what was said at half-time, but something has really helped. Yeah, no doubt in my mind, and you all agree with me, I'm sure. That is an ugly tackle and an easy short corner to give.
Well, I think a lot of that energy is coming from Rajinder. He's looking to take on the Pipers. Rajinder, of course, whose hero was Sardar Singh, and he actually met him during COVID when Sardar returned home, and he actually trained with him and said that was one of the highlights of his young life then. So he lines up again at the second battery. Amandeep at the first. Shilanand Lakra to inject for the TOOFANS. They go to Amandeep this time, and Amandeep gets one back for the TOOFANS. Finally, they get the back of the net, and there's relief on the sidelines and in the stands from their fans.
That was absolutely travelling. Flat injection comes to the near castle, and we've seen it time and time again. It's placed between the post player and the goalkeeper. Villot there and Santiago. It's a really difficult position to pick, and when the ball's travelling that fast, good luck.
Amandeep is such a small man, yet he gets so much power and speed from his flick. And that shows that he has a very good technique, because that's the only way he's going to get there. He's a very slight man. So the TOOFANS have a lifeline. Rapinder Pal. Rapinder Pal actually said to me that he owes a lot to his wife, Simran, because she's supporting him while he continues to play. She waited to marry him until he got an Olympic medal, so she is obviously one in a million.
I love that. That's a really good thing to wait for.
Well, he said he wouldn't pop the question, he wouldn't get married till he won an Olympic medal, and so she waited, and good on her. Nice little trickery coming from Rajkumar Pal. Still going. Shilanand Lakra nearly impeded him. In the end, he was impeded, so it will be a free hit to the Pipers. Janmanpreet steps forward to take it. He throws it into the air across the circle, brought down on the far side. Dribbled in, laid back, it'll come to Janmanpreet, reverse stick over the crossbar. Well, in fact, it was already, I think, lifted and the whistle had gone.
This ball just searching. You can see him has almost given himself too much time, and he just gets completely underneath. That was a back stick shot, and that's why it was given as a free hit out.
Yeah, when you saw it that time, the loop on it was clearly backstick. So Rajinder again looks to attack for the TOOFANs. Plays it early. Anderson directed it towards goal. And Arshdeep going in, but he's the player penalised.
24 circle penetrations for the TOOFANs, over 8 for the Pipers. That little touch from Anderson, almost connecting well with his teammate.
Rajinder, he has brought the TOOFANs to life. And of course, I think Sardar is involved with the SG Pipers, isn't he? So he's playing against his heroes team. Or is no, Sardar's with Sorma, that's right. For a split second, getting confused. Draper now carrying it forward. We've still got 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Held up that time. Good play, just calming things down by Aditya Lage.
Van Batten there trying to do the right thing, switch the ball as it came from the right to transition it to the left, but he played it between 2 of his own players.
Rajinder again being asked to go on the attack. He looks to cut infield, then changes back the direction. Did he find a foot? It's kept inside the circle. Good work by Arshdeep. Arshdeep, I thought that hit his foot, and the umpire agrees.
Arshdeep did really well to keep the ball in play. 3D trickery is the ask. He's looking for the foot, but strong tackle again from Bram Van Batten.
And good work again coming forward by Lage. Lage in, oh, he was trying to just either turn it back, and then he got caught in 2 minds and it just dribbled over the baseline. De Sluva feeds it into the midfield. A little bit of space for Akib Sumit. We're into the final minute now of the third quarter. Nilakanta Sharma. And that is a very good pass to Shilanand Lakra, but unfortunately just went underneath his stick.
I love the space that you can see the TOOFANs creating now. It's just because their midfield line and their forward lines are communicating. They're not flat. There's so many different layers that they're showcasing now.
Pipers trying to get it out. We've got under half a minute. Stolen back again by the TOOFANs. Surely they can't equalise before the final break. It's lifted and it came up off the defender's stick, so it is going to be TOOFANs' ball. They need to get it forward quickly. Has to go 5 metres. Wallace, don't think he's seen the clock, goes back to De Sluva, plays it in, appeals for a free hit. De Sluva carries it and they've run out of time. Well, the TOOFANs, if they continue in this vein, are going to be a real threat to the Pipers in the final 15 minutes. De Sluva pushing forward. Rajinder has been really dangerous. As we head into the final break, it's SG Pipers 2, Hyderabad TOOFANs 1. The TOOFANs in one final huddle. They got us underway in the third quarter, trying to fight back from 2-0 down. And they had a couple of really good opportunities early on. Penalty corner worked with Rupinder Pal and Dominate, but it didn't go in. Anderson again, good run by him, laid it back. Arshdeep denied by a superb save by Thomas Santiago. And then the follow-up shot was deflected away. Rajinder then with a good run, won another penalty corner, and Amandeep this time managed to beat Santiago and pull a goal back for the TOOFANs, squeezing it between the goalkeeper and the postman Kai Willett. No smile, there's still a job to be done. Great chance came for Jarmanpreet, but unfortunately he got his back stick to it and it went looping over the crossbar. So here are the stats now. 25 circle penetrations to the TOOFANS, 11 shots, and they're catching up on penalty corners. They're also catching up on goals. Just need one to take us to a shootout, but both these teams, you feel, would want the 3 points, not the 2.
Yeah, you want those 3 points in regulation. Not only does it secure you maximum number, but it also just shortens the time you're on the pitch, and fatigue can be a real issue. Not only you're having to play so many games, but you're travelling across 3 cities.
Not surprisingly, both teams are sticking with the same goalkeepers for the final quarter at this point in time. Of course, the TOOFANS may want to change that if they want another international or another outfield player, international outfield player. They might take Danneberg off.
That's definitely an option for them, and you wonder if they find themselves still at a 2-1 deficit, how long it will take before they pull the goalkeeper to give them an extra field player advantage, and they'll throw that player up front, ask so many more questions for the defence.
Now they've already been penalised for too many foreigners on the field of play. So it's Rajinder, plays it in from the side. Is there a way back for the TOOFANS, searching for an equalising goal? They'll be patient to start. Sumit. Wallace. Wallace doubling back. He's looking to try and play the early ball into the circle. Sumit mistrapped, so Desluva comes across. Dilraj again is working hard to cut out the ball back to Desluva. Brand, clever ball into the circle, looking for Anderson, but it's played clear. Again, it was Ram van Batum who was there on the spot to intervene.
That was better play from the TOOFANS because the Pipers are working so hard in defence, and they almost expect the TOOFANS to go along the baseline on their attacks. Coming on from that slightly higher angle is a really good tactic.
Desluva closed down by Thomas Domine. Desluva again. Need to go back. Shamsha closing him down that time. Down the line it goes. Rajinder keeps it in play. And Rajinder, good pass to Anderson. Anderson, though, 2 defenders to beat. Gets on the forehand, tried to lift it. Jarmanpreet, though, calm as you like, brings it down and carries it out of the circle.
Jarmanpreet really good with his positioning there, not putting pressure on the ball carrier, holding the space, knowing that they want to get it into that danger area, 2 or 3 yards away from the baseline.
This was the run by Rajinder. Found Anderson. And then we see, I think, Jarmanpreet just steal it away. Mistrapped that time by Kai Willett. Sees possession back with the TOOFANS, dropping it back to Desluva. There's a space for him at the top of the circle. Slips it to Wallace, looks to get it back. Oh! Is that a save? It was indeed a brilliant save by Santiago to deny Brand. Now Devinder Valmiki. Wow, did he hit that with some venom?
Much better interline play, more fluid hockey, and you'll see Wallace just giving this ball, Brand diving out, but Santiago reading it so quickly, sliding on his knees but making his upper body stay high and intercepting that. What a save.
Santiago has been superb tonight, and that one was missed by the TOOFANS. Comes wide again to Jarmanpreet. Shilanand Lakra was the man who missed it. Now it's Domine for the Pipers again. Changes direction, looks to go back to Jarmanpreet on the right-hand side. Sumit was there. They've angled pass from Jarmanpreet, though, missed everybody. So it'll be TOOFANS ball from the side. Pasha Khadaman prowling in the dugout.
And Wallace there, just playing the ball in. For every time that the TOOFANS have had a positive attack and almost an outcome, he's been involved. He's that link player, and he works so hard.
Desluva calming things down again. Davinder Valmiki back to De Sluva. Returns the compliment again. Arthur De Sluva. Valmiki again, looking for options.
Yeah, although the Pipers have got that high press they're putting on, the defensive structure from the TOOFANs is now changed.
Zach Wallace with a free hit for the TOOFANs. In it goes. Anderson spins, turns, lays it back when it went through Rohit and out to the far side. And again, Domine is back there helping out the defence now. Pipers trying to play their way out, lifting it this time. De Sluva was under the ball. Van Bratten annoyed he didn't get the decision. Domine lucky he didn't get penalised for catching the legs of De Sluva, but good advantage played by the umpires. TOOFANs pressing all the time. Anderson, edge of the circle, looking to try and get it through. He gets the pass to Arshdeep. Arshdeep wants a penalty corner. The umpire puts his arms out, and it is a penalty corner for the TOOFANs.
Anderson involved again in that penalty corner creation, picking the ball up. This is the previous, there's a chance that just that roll, beautiful, almost you're stopping the defender from coming to you. And then Anderson, as we said once again, just finding Arshdeep coming through, and I'm not sure if it's a foot that's been given for that, but it's a short corner.
So the TOOFANs now with penalty corner number 7. Amandeep not out there. Nick Woods and Davinder Valmiki line up. Davinder now goes to the first battery. It goes to Nick Woods. Woods flicks and he's caught the first runner. A pretty serious blow. De Sluva's saying he was impeded. That's Jacob Draper, who is the courageous man making the runs.
Okay.
And they're saying, do you require medical? And she's saying, no, I just need a moment. One thing with Jacob Draper is that he runs exactly down the line of the ball, so if he wears it, it really hurts.
Well, what's the word in Welsh? Is it Callan? Heart? And Jacob Draper certainly has that.
Yeah, Farcast injection, slip flick there, and yes, he's wearing those shin pads protectors on top of his normal shin pads, but that ball from Woods there is travelling.
So another penalty corner now for the TOOFANs, looking to get on equal terms. Draper back on his feet. Woods at the first battery now. Davinder Valmiki at the second. Slight shift to the left. They go to Valmiki, who drills it, and well, they're saying it's too high. I thought it clipped the top of the wood, but maybe not.
Yeah, Farcastle injection here, going for the old school hit. Comes underneath the ball there. In real time, I thought it was just above and hit the net only.
Well, the umpire obviously agreed with you. It just seemed to me as if it just bobbled a little bit, but it may have been, the net's pretty tight there as well, so it certainly wasn't below and right into the backboard, so no doubt there, no complaints as you said. Davinder Valmiki on the run again. Wallace. Woods to Sumit. Sumit back to Woods. De Sluva now, just a little lift over the top into the circle. That was a lovely pass to Davinder Valmiki. Anderson's got it turning, and it's caught his own foot.
And the Pipers working so hard in their defensive work. You can see their beautiful pressure coming again from Rohit there, and he puts it onto Anderson's foot.
Oh, lovely steal, Shilanan Lakra. Anderson back to Shilanan Lakra. It's going to come to Anderson. And Santiago saves, but up it went and created danger, so another penalty corner. But well done, the keeper. You kept the ball out of the goal, and that's all you've got to do.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's, I can either let the goal in or I can give away a penalty corner, but sliding down there, didn't have an option, like you say. The first thing to think about is preventing a goal.
Well, I would think if the Pipers hang on, he has to be a candidate for player of the match. I think he's in double figures for saves.
He's done so well, and you can see now just taking time, readjusting, doing his shoe, then putting his pads on. The TOOFANs, they have started to gain momentum. They're working really hard. What Santiago's doing, and obviously I'm not saying he doesn't need to tighten his pads, but he's just trying to slow their momentum down.
I think it was Adrian D'Souza, the Indian umpire, that goalkeeper, that was the first to start doing this. I think when I worked with Adrian on the first year of the Hockey India League, he was saying it was something he was quite proud of. So Woods and Devinder Valmiki wait once more at the top of the circle. Santiago is happy now, his pads are comfortable, his helmet's in place, he hits the crossbar. Out it comes to Woods, and well, there was a mix-up there because I think that was meant to go back to the injector.
Yeah, immediately you can see Woods there talking to the injector. It was totally open, and the reason it would have worked is because Anderson ran across to open up that side of the D.
Shannon Lacra, though, just ran a completely different line. He's on the ball now, stopped by Draper. D'Souza, what a pass that was, and the deflection was almost superb by Brand.
The positioning from Brand, really good, quick free hit, blind pass behind the back, sweep across, and Brand almost gets something on it. It's just a melee of men going down to the floor at the moment, though cramp is starting to affect the players.
Well, free hit goes the way of the Pipers this time, thrown high and long by Rajkumar Pal. Brought down, clever play into the circle, looking to lay it back. Good steal inside the circle, though, by the TOOFANs, needed to be. Tim Brand forced away by Furlong. Brand is now just the call of easy, plays it back to D'Souza. We've just gone past the halfway stage of the last quarter.
And the TOOFANs need to find a goal from somewhere. They're creating opportunities and chances, so the question is, as a coach, do you still need to pull your goalkeeper? Will it aid you? And if so, with just over 6.5 minutes left, when do you do it?
Exactly, 3 draws the TOOFANs have had. Sorry, 2 draws and a win. I was just looking at last year's score, which was 2-2. And we could head for that again. Was that a foul? No, says Kunban Bunga. I think maybe Rajkumar Pal was a little hard done by there. It looked to be a shove for me. Shilanand Lacra cuts infield and then drops it to his mate, Nilakanta. That's another good lead again by Brand. The ball comes to him. He gets inside the circle, was looking for a foot, but it's picked up by Nilakanta. Sumit now. Akib. Amandeep back out there. D'Souza. D'Souza making Duvakot dance. Amandeep pushes it wide. Woods thought about going down the line to D'Souza, but the angle wasn't quite there. Back to Amandeep. Approaching the final 5 minutes. Now it's with D'Souza. D'Souza changes direction again superbly. Sold the defender, great dummy. Into the circle it goes. Wonderful defense again by Delhi SG Pipers.
The TOOFANs, for me, like we said, when they've tried to always go down on the baseline to use their attack, the Pipers doing so well just to close it down.
Well, they're pulling the goalkeeper, the TOOFANs, with just over 5 minutes to go. Oh, in fact, they're not pulling, they're just changing the goalkeeper. So that's again so that they can have 5 outfield players that are international players. So wanting to go with that international experience. So Bikramji is under the bar for the TOOFANs. Comes to D'Souza. Sumit now. Tell you what, the Pipers will sleep well tonight. They've worked very, very hard. Willett concedes the free hit. Sumit back to D'Souza. Amandeep now. Woods thought about down the line, comes now to D'Souza. Sumit's gone down the line, but D'Souza comes infield. Dilraj goes with him. Feeds it to Woods. Amandeep, plenty of space. The Pipers sitting back. Woods again. De Sluva's pushed up. Just laid back by Zach Wallace. Woods down the line it goes again. Nick Woods once more. Goes back to Amandeep. De Sluva coming back to help Amandeep out, but he throws it in the air to Sumit, who brings it down wide on the left. Talvinder now. Talvinder along the baseline and claims it's gone out of play. Talvinder's not happy.
Talvinder there, a wry smile. He's not the decision he wanted, but really impressed with the SG Pipers, how they have moved, the pressure that they are able to put onto the TOOFANs when they are transferring the ball up and around. It's just brilliant for a defensive point of view.
Well, that was well played by Sumit as the ball was missed by Akib in front of him. He saw it very late. Got it under control well, though. De Sluva now. We've got 3.5 minutes left for the TOOFANs to find a goal and take us to a shootout. Dilraj slips, gives De Sluva space. Brand collected brilliantly again inside the circle. Look to lay it forward. Long corner to the TOOFANs. De Sluva over the ball once again, just self passes this time. Goes back to Amandeep. Entering the final 3 minutes now. De Sluva to Nick Woods. Look who's coming out to close down. It's Aditya Lage. Amandeep. Lage did well, forcing the TOOFANs back. Now Rapinder Pal is up in the forward line again. I think using his defensive nous to just try and stop them coming forward. And Amandeep just took his eyes off the ball. Bikramji chasing across to keep it in play. Well, they're saying that he used his hands out there. They want to refer, and they are going to refer. And I think they might get a penalty corner here.
Here, he's come out.
Yeah.
He's put a back stick.
So it's a deliberate foul?
It's a deliberate foul.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right, I will check.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Joshi?
Yes, Kun.
The Pipers are saying it was a deliberate foul from the goalie outside the circle. Can you please check?
Okay, so I have to check, is there any deliberate foul by the goalkeeper outside the circle?
Yeah, and I didn't see anything, so.
Okay, I'll check and let.
Thanks.
Well, I didn't see the back stick, but I thought he actually touched it with his mitt.
Yeah, so the rules are the goalkeeper, can use any part of their body inside their own D. To try and keep the ball in, you can see the slide is fine there, but does it roll over? It rolls over the stick. Now, if it hits the top edge, that's fine. If it hits any part of the back stick, then yes, it could be deemed as a foul by the goalkeeper. But if it's not intentional, what do you give?
Yeah, that certainly doesn't look intentional, does it? Unless there's an
yes.
That's where I thought it hit.
Kun, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So it's not deliberate. There is a back stick, but not deliberate. So it's a free hit, and they lose their referee.
Yep.
So it's a free hit, though, to the Pipers just outside the circle, which they'll be happy to be up this end of the field of play with under 2.5 minutes left. The clock has stopped.
It is a foul from the goalie. Wait. So it's a back stick. So therefore it's just a free hit, and they lose the referral. Yeah? They lose the referral. Get ready.
You can hear the players saying it's not, but it's been given
but still
as
it's a foul.
As a foul. It's gone upstairs. We just need to play on.
And over the baseline it goes. Tim Udendala is perplexed.
Yeah, he was, but a shame for the SG Pipers. They got the free hit. They have been under the cosh for 3 or 4 minutes, constantly defending, and they threw away the attacking opportunity.
Arshdeep now out wide, trying to find a way through a gap. Oh, he was impeded there, and he will get a free hit just outside the circle with under 2 minutes remaining. Arshdeep traps. Oh, and they're saying it's the wrong spot, so he's got to go back. He's left it now. Umpire's happy. De Sluva to Amandeep. Needed to play it fairly quickly. Deflected by the defender. It'll be a long corner. De Sluva throws it out wide. Sumit brings it down. The defence comes out. Dominate. Bumping Sumit. Good pass. And that's caught the foot. It'll be a penalty corner to the TOOFANS.
Really important, the TOOFANS mounting pressure as they have and they've needed to do in this final quarter. The disguise sweep, it's so difficult for a defender to get their feet right. And he goes for it, he fishes at it, but there's no chance.
It's a penalty corner, number 10 now for the TOOFANS. Amandeep lines up once more at the first battery. Rajinder has sent Nick Woods back into the defensive line. He's like, I'm staying here. And I like that leadership from Rajinder. But I'm sure they will go with Amandeep, seeing as he converted the last one. They do indeed. Amandeep flicks again. And it's a penalty stroke to the TOOFANS. They're celebrating, but they've still got a score past Thomas Santiago, who's been superb tonight. Don't be surprised if he saves this.
Near castle injection again, going to pick that far post, and yeah, he's worn that, but Harmanpreet is definitely stopping a certain goal, so penalty stroke awarded.
Oh, that is great leadership by the captain. This is an area known for warriors, and Harmanpreet showing the warrior spirit. Thomas Santiago just being spoken to by Draper. Wallace is the man coming forward, and I think Draper obviously knows where Wallace is going to put it, being teammates for GB. So does Wallace now change what he normally does, or does he just execute it even better? So 1 minute 10 seconds remaining. Santiago hits the post, the crossbar, the other post. Wallace twizzles his stick in his hands. The whistle goes. Wallace hesitates, flicks, and Santiago does save. And look at the celebrations.
You did say don't be surprised if Santiago saves this, and it was a fantastic save.
I'll ask the question. Please come. Please come. Well, what's the question?
The goalkeeper was off the line.
Off the line. Okay.
Is this a roll of the dice?
Yes, Raghu.
TOOFANS referral. They're asking the goalkeeper moved before the push.
Yeah, I will check if the goalkeeper is moved before the push.
Yes, please.
The one thing I think, though, is the goalkeepers, we hear them smacking the crossbar. I think that shouldn't be allowed. It is off-putting.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So as this ball is hit, no, for me, that's perfectly timed. I think Zach Wallace, he has, as you say, just tried to get any opportunity to retake this penalty stroke, but take nothing away from Thomas Santiago. What a save.
Yeah, look at Santiago's right foot. It remains on the line. So, yeah, if
there
the
is
other
no
one comes
clear reason
slightly
to
in
change
front.
your decision, and they lose their referral.
Okay, thank you.
So the TOOFANS have lost their referral. We still have 1 minute 10 seconds left on the clock. What a game Thomas Santiago has had. Great save. And does Draper claim some of the credit for that? Domine now trying to turn Amandeep, and he has, and he's won a penalty corner now for the Pipers, and they could put the icing on the cake if they get and flick this home for a third.
Yeah, Domine here lifting the ball, using all his skill on the reverse, and although the foul happened outside of the circle, it was 2 stick tackles, so it's been upgraded to a penalty corner.
So 8th penalty corner now for the Pipers. Udinala, I'm not sure what he's saying. I think he's just telling actually one of them to get back. Shamsha has been told to get back and do a bit of defending in case, because it could be a very quick counter-attack. Rapinder Pal is forward. The whistle's gone again. The clock stopped.
You can't, you lose your referral.
I have to touch the ground.
Go.
Too.
I know, and you did. Go.
I didn't touch the ground. Look back on it.
Well,
touch the ground, man.
So Brand is deemed to have gone early now. He is the first runner who's done a great job tonight, closing down Thomas Domine. So this is a major blow. He's not happy with the decision and was saying to the umpire, if you look at it, you'll find I didn't break early. We'll see that in a little while. So Rupinder Pal and Thomas Domine line up. Domine at the first battery, I'm sure they'll go to him, and they do. It's a mistrap though. Comes to Rupinder Pal. It was stolen by Sumit. It's a free hit now. Taken quickly. Brand gets the touch on it. He'll be fired up. Lovely pass to Wallace. Even better pass to Anderson. But who denies them once again? It's Santiago with a double save. That save at the near post is a match winner. The TOOFANS were sure they were going to score.
How has he stopped that? It was the beautiful breakaway, the skill, Wallace with that behind the back pickup that he does effortlessly, but that double save from Santiago, you say world class.
Well, Sumit now, the last chance. It's a free hit, is it? Just outside the circle? Yeah, it is. They've got 7 seconds. They've got to take it 5 meters and then get inside the circle. Brand loses possession, claims the defender isn't 5. They don't have a refill, but the umpires confer and it is a penalty corner. So there is one last chance for the TOOFANS.
Go away, go away, go away. Go away.
Yeah, that man Santiago calling his players back, and neither team have a referral, so they cannot question this. It's been called because defenders weren't 5 yards before they put a tackle in. You can see why it's been given, and smart play from Brand.
Well, Thomas Santiago was saying, stop arguing, get back here and focus on defending. Surely he can't be denied the victory. He has really put on a plate for his team. Amandeep lines up at the top of the battery circle, alongside him Rajinder. It goes to Amandeep, it's a bobbly stop and it deflected wide. Another penalty corner. There's no referrals.
Off.
Yeah, you can see the players, they want to ask the question, but the umpires clearly stating time and time again, neither of you have referrals. You cannot question this. It's a bobbly mistrap there, but he gets enough away, and really important, once again, Santiago stopping.
Well, I thought there was a definite foot behind the first runner. So Amandeep and Rajinder line up once again. What an end to this game. Amandeep flicks again. Great work by Draper. Draper's celebrating and saying it was all off the stick. The umpires concur, and it is the Pipers who record another victory. Well, their first ever victory, actually, in the Hero Hockey India League, thanks to that man, Thomas Santiago. Must have made 10, 11, maybe even more saves, but 3 or 4 of them truly world class.
Yeah, a hero for his team, and you can see what this victory in regulation means for the SG Pipers. The last short corner, it's a good injection, it's a good trap, but even better is Draper's #1 running.
And look at the coach's reaction. The Pipers tribe are happy. That is their first victory in their 2nd season of the Hero Hockey India League, and smiles all around, but boy did they have to work extremely hard for it. And Santiago, he is the hero, there is no doubt. This was with about 1:20 seconds left. Great ball. Santiago saves there. The ricochet went to Wallace, and somehow he got back and prevented that going in when you had Arshdeep just waiting to just tap it over the line.
It's the quickness he is able to get up from making that stick save, then back on his feet to make the 2nd stage. You can see why his team are crowding him and thanking him for helping them win.
Well, what a match we've just witnessed. The first win for the Delhi SG Pipers. The final score, SG Pipers 2, Hyderabad TOOFANS 1.
we start not in the best way with the lose. But we are improving, I think. We are playing much better now. We are trying to work in some details. And yeah, I think in the next game, that is really important for us, because if we win, we get confidence.
ज़्यादा मैचेस नहीं है, ये नहीं कह सकते कि हमें नेक्स्ट मैच में हम और बेहतर करेंगे। हम मेंटली प्रिपेयर होके जाएंगे कि हम आने वाले मैचेस में विन लें और अपने आप को जो पॉइंट टेबल है उसमें ऊपर लेके जाएंगे।
TOOFANS are playing zonal, and they are doing well. They have really good players. So will be a challenge for us to try to break the lines and the structure of them.
हम अभी फील्ड गोल पे काफ़ी फोकस कर रहे हैं कि हमारे जितने से ज़्यादा फील्ड गोल निकले, और हमारे पास पीसी अटैक के भी अच्छे हैं, तो हम दोनों चीज़ों के एक साथ लेके चलेंगे। टीम काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है और आई थिंक हम मैच बाय मैच इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं और आगे आने वाले मैचेस में और इम्प्रूव करेंगे।
Well, history's been made here in Ranchi as the SG Pipers win their first ever game in the Hero Hockey India League. Thomas Domine's 2 goals were enough to see them climb over the top of the Hyderabad TOOFANS. The final score, Pipers 2, Hyderabad TOOFANS 1. And we're going to go pitch side now to find out who the player of the match is.
It's celebration time for the SG Pipers as they notch their first win of the season, beating the Hyderabad TOOFANS. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony for the Hero Hockey India League 2026 match between SG Pipers and Hyderabad TOOFANS. Hero Hockey India League would like to take this opportunity to thank their partners, title sponsor Hero Motorcorp, broadcast partner DD Sports, streaming partner Waves, official hydration partner Bisleri, medical partner Apollo Hospital. Thank you for your support. Please welcome our dignitary to present the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match Award, Dr. Avinash Narayan, Hockey Jharkhand. And the award for the Hero Vida Electric Player of the Match goes to Thomas Santiago from SG Pipers. He made so many crucial saves today to keep the scoreline intact and make sure that SG Piper walk away with those 3 crucial points. Thomas? It was quite a busy day for you, but you held your fort well, and especially to save that penalty stroke with a minute left.
Yeah, I think it was a very, very hard match. I think we should improve in some stuff that we didn't do very well. But I think today was very important to take the 3 points, so we are very happy for that.
Yeah, your first win of the season. Congratulations on that, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks a lot to you.
Well, that was your player of the match, and that sums up the post-match presentation ceremony.
Well, I don't think there were any doubts as to who the player of the match had been, even if they had lost. Santiago was superb. Final score 2-1 to the Pipers, their first ever win in the Hero Hockey India League in this, their second season. Take a look now at the highlights, and well, this should be a very long package because there were plenty. That was early in the match, a penalty corner won by Dilraj, and a good save that time by Danneberg, denying the Pipers the lead. Another penalty corner, and eventually Dominic managed to get the ball past Jean-Paul Danneberg, and that was 1-0 to the SG Pipers, and the celebration started. This was beautiful. Roman Dubicot along the baseline, turned the defender, along he went, kept going, and then laid it back to Domine, who still had to beat a defender, managed to do so, and just popped the ball into the goal for his second and the Pipers' second. And the reaction of the players when they did so showed just what it meant to them. This was a penalty corner then to the TOOFANS, and Amandeep, I think it was about the 8th attempt, finally got the ball past Santiago. And that gave the TOOFANS a lifeline, and from that moment on they kept pressing, and it was save after save from Santiago. You'll see another one here. There's it, up in the air it goes, penalty corner. And another one coming up now. Well, that one actually was good running by Draper. Another penalty corner. And that one hit Jarmanpreet in the chest, but the stroke from Wallace saved by Santiago, and this was just miraculous. Denied Anderson there, slid across to deny Wallace right in the final minute of the match. And then a final penalty corner, and the running by Wallace was superb here. Off the stick it went, and the reaction on the bench let them know that they got their first win thanks to that man, Thomas Santiago. Well, we look at the stats now. How dominant were the TOOFANS? 41 circle penetration, 16 shots, and they only managed the 1 goal. 10 circle penetrations, 6 shots, and 2 goals for the Pipers. And that was a real battle for them in the second half, and credit to them the way they stuck to it. It lifts them off the bottom of the table and moves them now into 5th place, 1 point behind the TOOFANS, but they've got a game in hand over the TOOFANS, and that could be crucial when we look at the games coming up. It pushes Sulma to the bottom of the league table. Take a look now at the other match coming up straight after this one, and that will see HILGC taking on the Tamil Nadu Dragons. That gets underway at 7 o'clock. Make sure you stay with us, because that too should be a cracker.